Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? Hope you're doing well. We have a bullish start to the day. It is NVDA earnings today. I officially get started in 7 minutes. Between now and then, I'm going to say hello to my friends, take a few chart requests, do an audio visual check, get that brain matched up with the mouth. Good morning. We're up here testing the overnight high, potential 4-hour bull flag. Thank you, Shake and Bake. Appreciate it. Good morning, Mark, Shake, Magda, MC. How are y'all? Hope you're having a wonderful morning so far. Put this webinar link in chat. It is for a webinar with Charting Man Dan and Chart Guy Lamont. I'm just looking here for the time. Okay, 5 p.m. Eastern. Got to put that here. Let's see if we have some chart requests. All right. RR. I'm assuming WIII is not a ticker, but we know what the word assume means. Oh yeah, that's not a ticker. I don't know what you mean, but good morning, MC. RR has been a big bull move. Robotics name. We got a monthly EQ bull break. Strong move on big volume. I would keep this one on back burner watch. It had a 32% move yesterday, so you're looking for first 15-minute oversold during regular trading hours. You have a pre-market support of 305, then 303. Got a level down here of 268. Let's say it did not reach a new high. Let's just say that. Let's say 329 is the temporary high. 294 keeps consolidation healthy. This is a beautiful chart. Nice move on convincing volume. Beautiful move. Over 329, your next resistance 341. That's the kind of charts that dreams are made of. Good morning, Bill. How you doing, Pete Town? Hey, Tess. ETHA. Ethereum name. We'll look at Ethereum straight up. So Ethereum, we have our daily higher low set. On the 12-hour, we're looking for a lower high. So something like this. Then we have room for a higher low. So equilibrium is more likely here. 4-hour is holding the 12 EMA, so that is healthy. As far as ETHA, we have double daily inside bars. Double daily inside bars holding the daily 12 EMA. 4-hour 12 EMA is the most important. 3508 is an after hours resistance. INVZ, hola. Hey, Magda. Al, awesome, Monkey Man, success. Not a ticker, okay. Sorry about that, MC. My blonde comes out sometimes even though it's not real. Wow, this is a nice looking chart. INVZ. And good volume. Double weekly inside bars. Our second inside bar is forming right now. Nice daily EQ bull break yesterday off the daily 50 MA, daily squeeze. 4-hour squeeze. This looks really good. So we just talked about volume on RR and how it's convincing. This is elevated volume. You would want to see something more like this when you see a bull break of such a key level. So the bull volume is there. Bulls want a little more. 4 hours holding the 12 EMA. This is a nice chart. 174 resistance, 166, 165 double bottom. What do they do? That looks really nice. INVZ stock. Sensors and perception software, autonomous driving. Okay. All right, that looks great. Nice chart, Magda. LSU, go Tigers. Hot Boudin, cold koosh koosh. Come on, Tigers, push, push, push. Hey, Gary, good morning, DNN, and then we'll get started with the show. Weekly higher low is set. Is this a gold name? I think DNN is a gold name. I'm trying not to sneeze. Gold was weak overnight. Dollar is gaining some strength. You're opening near the high of yesterday, 225. You're holding the hourly 12 EMA, 217 is your key support. You have plenty of room for a 4-hour higher low. I wouldn't be surprised if you would get consolidation on this, if this is indeed a gold name, considering gold consolidated overnight. No, it's uranium. Okay, it's not a gold stock. Gotcha. Okay, I just Googled it. Okay, so it's not a stock, a gold stock. So you have a daily higher high. Your weekly higher low is set. Strong move, convincing. 217 and 208 are key supports. A nice strong move. What do I think of Solano? Then I'll get started. Solano, the daily higher low is set. We have plenty of room for a 12-hour higher low on a pullback, very similar to Ethereum in that we are looking for an EQ because a 12-hour lower high is the more likely scenario. Yeah, I looked it up. DNN is uranium. All righty. Y'all ready to get started? Good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. Who am I? This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori. If you want to give me a follow on X, I'm part of the Chart Guys community and we teach technical analysis. What I do here on Wednesday mornings is a free live show, just kind of a look behind the curtain, what we do for our members. I go live in 30 minutes for the members and stay live and take them through the market open. So I go through this market environment dossier table. This is a table that I created as a way to communicate to you in a more objective way what I'm looking at, and we're definitely looking more bullish than bearish this morning. As far as the economic calendar, we have oil inventories and 5-year note auction today. I do want to let you know that we have a Ask Us Anything webinar with Charting Me and Dan and Chart Guy Lamont tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. It is free. I have posted the link in chat. I'm going to pin it now. So it's pinned to the top of chat right there. So if you want to click that link and save it so you can watch that webinar, Charting Man Dan, I always love his wisdom, and Lamont has tons of wisdom and he's funny as heck. All right, I do want to check this out real quick. The CME futures Fed watch. Yeah, this is continuing to inch up. It had gotten as low as 70% for the September 17th meeting as far as percentage probability of a cut. It is now over 90%. That is fueling market bulls. All right, so looking at market bulls, this isn't a standard cup and handle pattern. Matter of fact, I'm going to lose my credibility if I do that on a 12-hour. On the daily, you could see that we have a potential cup and handle here. On ES, it is bullish. We have potential daily bull flag, lower wick of bulls buying the dip off the daily 12 EMA. 4-hour, that is a classic bull flag. You want to take that home to mama. And look at this, the mama, speaking of mamas, so this is on the daily now. The daily has a potential cup and handle. And then what do we have on the 4-hour? Cup and handle. The mama is having babies. And we see this often in patterns where you have a mother pattern and then it shoots off little babies. So we have a potential 4-hour bull flag on ES. NQ, this is a potential 4-hour bull flag. Now, NQ is not positioned as well on the daily as ES. We're looking for a daily lower high. It is NVDA earnings day. After hours today, NVDA earnings will greatly impact the market, especially tech and NQ, and it will have an impact on how this chart resolves. So please remember that. We're pulling back now. NQ support 23567. That's a great question. So I have the question on your dossier sheet. Can you explain the key long-term timeframes row and what they correspond to? These are all ES. So all of these are for ES, SPY. The daily trend, the 4-hour trend, and then I start delving into individual tickers, and these are all based on the hourly. So this, I could put ES here just to greater explain it, but it's all ES. So on the daily trend, I have it neutral, 4-hour, and hourly on ES. So on the daily, we don't have a confirmed trend change yet. On the 4-hour, we got a higher high, but this is straight off the bottom. It's not confirmed yet. And on the hourly, we lost this little support here. So that's why on the table, these three are neutral. It's a push because we don't have confirmed trend changes. So I'm glad you asked the question so I could stop and explain that. All right, so on ES, we're pulling back a little bit, 64.78 support. NQ, potential 4-hour bull flag. Now, IWM, this is a potential daily bull flag. The 4-hour, this is a little bit deeper than what bulls would like, but still okay. As long as we stay above 23.54, this is a potential 4-hour bull flag. We have a 4-hour EQ here developing. So the Russell is still very strong, holding the 4-hour 12 EMA. The Dow is holding the 4-hour 12 EMA. We pulled back 55% of that move. So an EQ is likely on Dow. That consolidation was more than what bulls would have liked. But it's still healthy, holding the 4-hour 12 EMA. XLF is an important variable here. It's so important. Look, we got another cup and handle. Potential 4-hour cup and handle on XLF. Banks look great. I like JPM. This is a beautiful daily chart with a squeeze. JPM looks great. We're approaching the all-time high. So banks look good, and that's helping the market. Healthcare, we got a pullback on United Healthcare news yesterday. We closed yesterday with a daily inside bar. A 4-hour lower high is more likely on healthcare. And that's okay if healthcare is going to take a breather today, as long as semis pick up the slack. And again, we have NVDA earnings after hours. It is a coin flip. I do want to say, I did this calculation for members yesterday. Let's do it here. From the last earnings till now, we have about a 35, is that right? Yeah, about a 35% move up from last earnings price till now. That is a huge move up. That is pricing in a beat and raising guidance. So NVDA bulls, they not only need to beat, they need to beat big, and they need to guide up more than expectations. You have to think they have to justify this 35% increase from quarter to quarter. But earnings digestion doesn't always go as anticipated, so don't try to put your fundamental hat on and become actuary overnight and break down these earnings and say this should happen when you read the results. The market will interpret it how it wants. It does look like a potential weekly bull flag. All right, let me go back to semis. My chart setup is on our YouTube page. The yellow is the simple 50 moving average. The purple is the simple 200 moving average. So simple 50 and 200. And for my exponential, I use the 12 and 26. All right, so SMH, daily lower high is possible here. We are opening up inside yesterday's range. We are not gapping up. Is NVDA still gapping up? NVDA is still gapping up. All right, I do want to cover VIX. VIX continues to help me more and more every day that I hone in this variable or this metric. 1421, 1424, 1430, triple daily bottom here, daily triple bottom. A 4-hour lower high is more likely for the VIX here. And this could be a 4-hour bear flag. Market bulls want to see VIX break down and break that 1420. You see how I have an alert there. I'm going to go ahead and set an alert for 1466. The overnight low. I want to know if we hit it. So I love to watch VIX to give me clues for the market. Hang Seng was red overnight. DAX is currently red. Bitcoin is red. What Bitcoin bulls want to see is a potential 2-hour, terrible drawing, inverse head and shoulders. That's what bulls want to see on Bitcoin. We're still in a daily downtrend. 4-hour, you can kind of see the inverse head and shoulders on the 4-hour. You can see it better on the 2-hour. We need to get through 112,400 to change the 4-hour trend. This was a dinky higher low. I'm not counting that as a trend change. Ethereum has plenty of room for a 4-hour higher low. We're looking for something like this for that 12-hour lower high and potential tightening range. Dollar has some strength this morning. 4-hour has plenty of room for a higher low. That strength has brought about some gold consolidation. We're still holding the 4-hour 12 EMA on gold. Gold is tight. Gold has a squeeze. We have this pressure building. Just think of something coiling, like shaking a Coke can. That pressure is building. On the daily, we have room for a higher low on a pullback. Oil had a clean, nice, hard rejection at the daily 50 MA. We're at the daily 200 MA. We have oil inventory today. So we're in a 4-hour unconfirmed downtrend. We're looking for a 4-hour lower high. Inventory today. Can bulls hold the daily 200 MA? Nat gas, daily 12 EMA has been overhead for over a month. Nothing changes until something changes. We have a 4-hour uptrend. Bulls need to get through 2922 in order to prove something. It's hard to trust nat gas bulls in pre-market. Sorry about the ice. Apple's pulling back. It was gapping up. We had a nice hammer candle form there at the daily 12 EMA with bulls buying the dip. We have enough room for a 4-hour higher low on Apple. Apple was really difficult to nail down yesterday. It got hourly oversold and then bounced the rest of the day. Now we're pulling back into yesterday's range. Amazon, we're back inside yesterday's range. Daily potential higher low here at 22602. When we were gapping up, that was setting the higher low. We're no longer gapping up. Bulls need to break 229 to set that daily higher low. 4 hours holding the 12 EMA here. Bulls are just fine. NVDA is still managing a gap up, 4-hour 12 EMA guiding price up. Plenty of room for a daily higher low. This is a potential weekly bull flag. NVIDIA earnings after hours, if I haven't said it enough. Tesla, I said yesterday when I was live, this is my favorite high-tech beta chart. This weekly squeeze, we've got a weekly EQ bull break. In order to get a more convincing bull break of the 2-week EQ, we need to get over 357.54. 357.54 would break this 2-week EQ out on Tesla. We're walking up on the hourly 12 EMA. 4-hour 12 EMA is fine. We're pulling back a little bit here. 351.90 is yesterday's high. I still like Tesla. I think pullbacks are for buying until bears prove otherwise. Queen of the Mountain trades. CRWV. This is owned 7% or something by NVDA. This could be a 2-day bear flag. The 4-hour is tightening with a squeeze. Let's see if bulls can get a bounce going over 94.77. Actually, I'm taking this off. They had the lockup August 14th, I believe, and they could still be selling shares. I just remembered that. Forget that one. IBM. IBM, this is a potential weekly bear flag. That's a classic bear flag pattern. Your daily is getting tiny higher highs without follow through, kind of rising wedge behavior. Daily 200 MA overhead. I think this is a top fish setup on IBM. If the market's strong, I'm not going to be looking at these top fish setups. ONDS, I would keep on back burner watch for 15-minute oversold during regular trading hours. We got the 5-minute yesterday here and here. So I would look for the 15-minute. Let me set my alert. Tell me when RSI gets oversold on ONDS. This has been a major runner. PANW, we have a daily equilibrium below the daily 200 MA. 4-hour equilibrium getting tight with a squeeze above the 50 RSI favors the bulls. Hourly has a squeeze. I like PANW for potential long off of 184. QUBT. This is a potential daily inverse head and shoulders. We have a daily squeeze. You can see the inverse head and shoulders even more on the 4-hour. Bulls need to hold yesterday's low if this is going to develop into a bullish move. And then you kind of zoom in. It's not as clear, but we have a potential inverse head and shoulders on the hourly as well. So 1534, 1537 key resistance on QUBT for a potential long. Roadblocks, high compression squeeze, tight pattern here. Daily inside bar, 4-hour EQ. Roadblocks I like long. And shop, I pointed this out yesterday, but it did not come to fruition yet. Potential 4-hour inverse head and shoulders. We're looking for a weekly higher low. This could be a weekly bull flag. Bulls want to hold 139.12. Okay, link. Link, we're looking for a weekly higher low. Daily lost support. We're below the daily 12 EMA. 4-hour is on the 12 EMA. We have enough room for a 4-hour higher low. We need to get through 24.74. APLD, I believe NVDA owns a portion of this name. It has been a strong name with a weekly squeeze. Monthly squeeze. Daily bull break of an inside bar without a lot of follow through. 4-hour potential bull flag. That one looks good. Professor Lamont, exactly. All right, that's it for me. I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to go boot up the live for our members and take us through open. Thank you for being here. Don't forget about Lamont and Dan's free webinar, Ask Us Anything. Take advantage of that tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. The link is in chat and this is free. And give me a follow on X at ChartGalLori and hit the like button. All right, use stop losses.